Hey everybody, Matt Green here, and welcome to episode number 4 of Smart Talk. And today we're going to be talking about vegetables that you should never eat, what's the best time of the day to exercise, how do you maintain your weight after you've lost the weight that you've wanted to lose, and is sleeping 9 hours too many?
Mary asks, are there any vegetables you want to stay away from while on the plan?
Great question, Mary, and there actually are a couple of vegetables that you want to limit your consumption of. And the first one is white potatoes, because white potatoes tend to be very starchy and they can raise our blood sugar levels and cause weight gain. So that's something you want to avoid. And pretty much all vegetables are carbs, so they're all going to have an effect on blood sugar. But potatoes in particular are really going to spike your blood sugar levels, and the other vegetables have a lot of fiber, so it's a very minimal spike. So potatoes are definitely one you want to avoid because they're very starchy and they raise your blood sugar levels. And the second one I want to recommend that you should avoid on the plan is corn. Corn is something that in the United States specifically is heavily genetically modified. So what that means is that companies are modifying the DNA of certain crops, corn in particular, and if it's not organic corn, it's genetically modified corn, and that's an issue because genetically modified foods have not been tested on humans long term. So it's basically, if you eat corn that is non-organic, then you're going to be entering a scientific experiment, and nobody knows the outcome of that experiment yet. So it's just best to stay away from corn. And it's also a very starchy vegetable as well, and it's in high fructose corn syrup. That's where it comes from. It comes from corn. So it's just something you want to stay away from. I would recommend avoiding it. So corn and white potatoes are the two that I would try to avoid.
Susanna asks, when's the best time of day to do the exercise?
Great question, Susanna, and you can exercise at any time during the day, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or night. I don't really see any big benefits for doing it at different times of the day, so it's totally up to you and whatever fits your schedule best. And I personally like to work out near the mid to end of the day, so that's about 4 or 5 o'clock. That's my favorite time to work out, and it's really different for everybody. Some people like to work out in the morning because they like to just get it out of the way, and then others like to do it in the afternoon. But some people like to get it out of the way in the morning because they don't want to have to think about it during the day because everyone's got a lot of things going on. So it really just depends on what your style is and what you prefer. But there really is no benefit to any specific time of the day, let's say. So it's really up to you. And exercise is great to incorporate because it helps us sleep better at night. It helps us tone our bodies more, and it's great for our health, and it helps us lose weight. So it's a great thing to do if you're doing it the correct way. And definitely what we cover in Smart Training is a really great program that can really help you accelerate your results and get what you're looking for. But yeah, any specific time of the day that you enjoy to work out or whatever fits your schedule best is going to be the best time to do it.
Jennifer asks, can you suggest any natural remedy for getting rid of frequent headaches, please? Plus, what are your views on taking cinnamon to help with blood glucose levels?
Hey Jennifer, and the first thing that you want to take into account is, why are you getting headaches? Is it because of your sinuses for the seasons changing? Or is it because of the foods that you're eating? Are you eating too much sugar? Are you getting sugar hangovers? Or what is the underlying issue that's causing your headaches? That's what you sort of have to pinpoint, and then from there, once you figure out what's causing your headaches, then you can make tweaks accordingly. So let's say, for example, you had too much sugar in your diet and it was leading to headaches. Well, this is something that you could avoid by reducing your sugar consumption and eating more fresher foods, vegetables, and things in those categories. But I have a story. One of my family members actually got a lot of frequent headaches, and when I looked at what they were doing and what they were eating, they were having too much sugar in their diet, so that's why that's an easy one for me to pinpoint. And you just have to really figure out what you're doing in your routine that's leading up to these headaches, and that's going to really help you figure out what you need to do. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. It could be that you're not drinking enough water. You could be dehydrated. You could have a lot of stress at work. There's so many things that can play a role in causing headaches. So you just want to really pinpoint what in your lifestyle is leading up to these headaches. And it could be, as I was saying, not enough water, stress at work, too much sugar, or you're not eating enough throughout the day. So there could be a combination of things going on that you just have to pinpoint. And if it's none of the things that I was listing off, what are you doing repetitively that's consistent with your headaches? So that's something you can think about as well. And that may help you pinpoint the issue that's causing your headaches. But definitely have to look into your routine a little bit more and pinpoint the issue, and that way you'll be able to resolve it and get rid of your headaches. Cinnamon is also a great thing to take. I'm glad you brought that up because it's great for balancing blood sugar in moderation. You don't want to have cinnamon like 5 times a day. I mean, once a day or every other day is optimal, but it is good for balancing blood sugar levels. There's a lot of research on it, so that's something that would be great to incorporate into your routine. And something that I enjoy with cinnamon is apples as a snack. So if you cut up an apple, you can sprinkle cinnamon on it, and that's a great snack where you can incorporate cinnamon. But yes, I definitely believe cinnamon is a great way to help balance your blood sugar levels.
Joanne asks, I've lost 13 pounds and still have 20 to go. Weight loss is slow, only about a pound a week now, but my husband and I like the plan and feel we can stay on it till we reach our goal. Looking ahead, how is the plan different in maintenance?
Hey Joanne, congratulations on your weight loss success. That's very exciting, and I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well with the plan. So basically, it's not a bad thing that you're losing weight every single week. As long as you lose that weight until you're down to your desired weight, it sounds like you're doing a good job. A pound a week, if you can consistently keep that up, that's going to be really good. And pretty soon you're going to be down to your desired weight. It's not going to take very long, as long as you keep staying on track and in tune with your goals. So that's great. You're going to get down to that goal. It already looks like you're on the right track. And for maintenance, this is going to be something that I'm not sure if you were expecting or not, but the maintenance is actually just following the same exact plan. You don't have to follow the meal plan specifically over and over repetitively again, but they can help you stay on track with your healthy routine. However, you want to, by the end of finishing the meal plans, what we try to help you with is get the ideas from the meal plans to continue on following the same eating routine for the long term, because the meal plans are designed to help you get started and eat healthier, but then once you have the experience, the knowledge, and you know what works best for you and the foods that you like, that way you can transition into your own meal plans and create your own meals, or even eat some of the same meals that you've already discovered that you've loved, and eat those foods for the long term so you can maintain your weight and keep the weight off for the long term. And that's really where a lot of people get into trouble, is they go on a diet or they think they're on a plan just to lose some weight, but then they go back to their previous eating habits, which cause them to gain the weight, and then they gain all the weight back. This is a really important step for you, and it's important that you continue to follow the plan for the long term so that you continue to keep the weight off for the long term as well. So basically, once you're down to your desired weight, you should still continue eating the same foods, and you should continue eating healthy so you can keep the weight off and keep inflammation reduced. So just keep sticking to the plan, keep picking healthy food options, and that's maintenance mode.
Kathleen asks, I sleep 8 to 9 hours, probably closer to 9 on average. Is that too much?
Great question, Kathleen, and that's great that you're getting a lot of sleep. It's really good for our bodies to recoup themselves and to repair themselves during the night. And sometimes some of us need a little bit of extra sleep to help us, get ready for the next day. So that's totally fine. There's no issue with it. it's perfectly fine. And a lot of people have a lot of trouble sleeping, so it's great that you're able to get great sleep, because that's just going to help you constantly feel great during the day. And if sleep isn't your weakness, I mean, it doesn't sound like it, I would recommend, continuing to work on the foods that you're eating, improving the quality of foods that you're eating, and getting more exercise into your routine. And it sounds like you have your sleep very well optimized and you're getting good sleep. And the next thing to optimize is whatever your weak spot is, whether it's the food that you're eating or getting enough exercise. So I would focus on the exercise and the foods that you're eating, because it sounds like you have your sleep completely under control. Wow, lots of great questions today. I'm excited to have answered these questions. I think they were really solid questions, and they're going to help a lot of members, find their way a little bit easier and, have more success with the plan. So today I thought was a really good session. Lots of great questions. So the question of the day is, what is your favorite type of vegetable? Leave that in the comment section below. And also, after this video, just click the orange button that's below this video and you can submit your questions, and I'll get a chance to answer them on a future session of Smart Talk. So until the next session, have a great day.